anybody out there? I'm going to figure this out. Okay, I believe somebody's here. Who is that? Wait, let me get my glasses on so I can see who you are. Well, thank you for joining me. Brian K. Harmon. I'm sorry I can't hardly see that last part, but hey, how you doing, Brian? Glad that you're here. Hey, listen, I'm going to be making something. I didn't tell anybody I was going to be on live today, but I'm going to make a little rolling pin out of this here. Walnut. And Jason, dude, welcome. How you doing, buddy? Anyways, guys, thanks for coming by. I got 2 people already. I've only been here like half a minute or so. But anyways, last time I was on live, I said I would make a rolling pin. I'm going to make this for my daughter. It's 20 inches long. And I couldn't get any wood bigger than this without laminating it. So 1 3/4. So I'm going to first carve it out to a cylinder, and then I'm going to start carving in the handles so you can do the rolling pin. It's not going to be a handles that spin. It's going to be a fixed piece, obviously all in one piece. So we're going to put it back on the lathe here. Tighten her down. They don't fly off on me. How's everybody? Everybody staying warm? We've had a lot of snow. I know in Texas they got a lot. And in Bossier, where one of my daughters live, and her twin sister lives an hour away in Longview area. Getting a lot of snow. It was cold here today. It was actually 40-some degrees this morning, but it's going to be about high 60s. How you doing, for the king? How you doing, guys? Are you the one from Ohio? Am I getting you mixed up with somebody? But wherever we are, I'm sure it's colder than it is in Arizona. But it's going to be another beautiful day. Yesterday was a little cold, not bad. Turned out to be a beautiful day in the late afternoon. But I live in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, I got a little bit of snow. Good. Jason, I don't know where you live, buddy. You don't have to tell me if you don't want. But it's okay. But everybody, yes, you are the ones from Ohio, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Very good. I think I remember. I try to remember you guys. Just working on it. But and we got a little lady from Tate, Georgia. Awesome town. I was conversing with, I think, yeah, with the lady that's let's see, Manda. Is it Manda? Did I get that right? Hey, it's Manda, right? Blue bird. In my heart, yeah, Manda, I think it is. Anyways, Tate, Georgia's awesome town. My sister and brother-in-law have a place there. Went there a couple of years ago. Yeah, okay, I got that. Thank you, Manda. Anyway, so yeah, I went there a couple of years ago. Made a long drive from Phoenix all the way there. Stopped, saw my kids on the way, and we stayed there for 12 days. And the long story short, that town basically is built primarily, I believe, was because of the marble. And a lot of the marble there, famous sculpture, did a lot of the sculptures that are in the White House, from my understanding. That's what I read when I was there. Anyways, my sister and brother-in-law are going to be selling that house, and because my brother-in-law is getting up there, he's got some health problems, so it's time to let it go. They live in California, but it's a great little place, and he's from Georgia, Marietta, Georgia, actually. Oh shoot, I cut myself somehow. But wow, how do I do that? Part of the deal when you work in a garage. in the shop. But anyways, glad to have you guys. I'm gonna get started so we don't have to be hanging around and tell you all about my life story and whatnot. But I've got like 5 people here. Let's see. I'm so like I have my phone so far away it's hard for me to see. But well, I'm making a rolling pin for my daughter. This is walnut, solid piece of walnut, and I want to attempt it. I've only made one before out of actually olive wood. Somebody gave me a free piece of olive wood about the same size as it. Turned out beautiful. That is some gorgeous wood. And so I'm going to attempt it right here live. So either it'll make it or break it, one or the other. But it's beautiful. My daughter, I made her you might have seen on my other videos, a nut cracking bowl with the mallet. I made that solid piece of walnut, and I gave it to her for her birthday back in September. If you look on some of my other videos, you'll see it on there. And I made another one also, rather something different. But long story short, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I hope it comes out good. Like I said, this is 20 inches long by 1 3/4 inches. Now I'm just going to, right now, I'm going to carve it down just to a cylinder, and then I'm going to start making the handles area a lot smaller so they can grab onto it, kind of roll it off the palm of your hand. So they have different styles of rolling pins. Some of them are handles actually spin and kind of stay in one place as you roll. And then they have I think the French kind that just all one piece that kind of tapers off the end like a cigar. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make a kind of a traditional looking one. But it's going to be pretty. And you can't put any type of stain on them or a finish of any kind because it's going to be on food. So you put mineral oil on it, maybe some different kinds of oil that's not going to hurt any kind of food or get rancid, if you will. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to probably put this mineral oil, which is what I got back there, just to keep the wood from drying up. Okay, Amanda, I hope you can watch for a little bit. I imagine you have to go to work or got something else to do, but I know I didn't tell anybody I was going to do this. I just thought I'd get in here and knock it out. I don't like to do too much on Sunday. So, yeah, it might, but I can knock this down pretty quick. He said he started off at an octagon. Well, yeah, I'd have to cut the edges off. It's okay. It should knock down pretty good. Because I start with those other ones. They're completely square, and I knock them down. Next thing you know, you got a cylinder. Then you can start carving your shape into it. So, anyway, I still got a few people in there. Oh, how you doing, young lady? That's the one that smiles a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get your name right. Alvia, is that correct? Alvia. She's got the smiliest face I ever saw. She likes to post music a lot, and she smiles. Very, very nice lady. So glad to have you as well. So I guess I gotta get going here. And I gotta show you one more thing. Hang on. Here's my adventure after this. I've got one already ready to put on the lathe, and this is going to be the bottom. This is going to be the top. This is where the part where I'm going to carve out. But there's going to be a little surprise inside past this area here, and I wonder what it'll be. So that'll be our next adventure down the road. But I've already got it all glued up, ready to go. But I'm going to do this pin here, and hopefully it'll come out really nice. So hang loose. Gotta start with my 1-inch gouge. Can you see that? Anybody still here? I got a few people I lost, but that's okay. You can't always stay. But Isabel, all right. I'll try to say hi, but once I get working, I won't be able to be pretty nice and clean workspace. Well, yeah, I'll have to give you a little view of this. I have a lot of stuff in my garage, as I've said before. You know, it's definitely dusty because that's what happens when you work with a lot of wood in here. But I'll have to give you a little rundown of it. The other day, I did post a quick view of my shop, but only 1 minute. You can't see a lot, so I'll have to do one live one day, and I'll kind of run through some of my stuff. I have a lot of stuff in here. I got tools from my dad, from my brother-in-law. People give me tools, and I give a lot of tools away too, and so they'll be, when I leave this planet, my kids are going to have fun going through all this stuff. Maybe not. All right, let's get started. It's getting there. It don't take long to knock these edges off, but we'll get it. Almost got it to a cylinder. Not too bad. I'm going to try to keep it as big as I can here in the part that rolls on the, say, flour or dough or whatever you're trying to spread out. I've never made anything with dough myself. My mother always made homemade biscuits all the time. She was from Texas, so you get homemade food. I grew up on Southern food, and I still love fried everything. So, right, Amanda? You can tell me all about that, I'm sure. Living in Georgia, she's from the South, and if you don't know what okra is, or black-eyed peas, all that good stuff, greens, oh yeah, love it. But even though I'm from Arizona, my dad was from West Virginia. My mom was Texas. So I got exposed to all this good stuff when I was a kid. And I still grow okra. I even grow red okra. It's called red velvet or red devil okra, and it's just tastes the same. But when you cook it, turns green again for the most part. So I don't know if you. I wish I could see. I gotta get heavier glasses so I can see you guys comment. So, anybody from, I know I know Amanda's familiar with Oprah, but how about anybody else on this place? I don't know where you guys are from. I'm missing probably some things on here. Be right back. Homie said I'll be right back. But I should see what's going on here. Nice and clean works? Okay. Right back. Okay, Jason, be right back, buddy. Okay, somebody else join me. I can't hardly see that name, but hi there. I'll wave to you because all right, let me keep going with this. But I'm gonna get this down to the cylinder. I got a little bit of a flat spot still on that one side, so I got to take her down. So hang in there with me. Okay, we got it down to about 1 3/4, which is what I want to do, maintain that. Handle's obviously going to be smaller. So I'm going to pop over here and start making this thing as this over here until I keep on going down. And once I get my cylinder made, you can see this is still square. This has got a good round cylinder. I think it's going to be okay, even though it's kind of small. I wanted about a 2.5 inch. Couldn't get it at where I go to get my exotic woods. With, just by itself. In fact, Jason, I couldn't find even a baseball side ash wood to carve out as big as I need it. So I'll keep looking until I find it. Otherwise, I would have to laminate something. You're not supposed to laminate bats. It's supposed to be one solid piece of wood, I gather. I don't know. So we'll see. Let's just move right along here with this. Don't take long. Me. Jason, you're still with me, buddy. I've only got 2 people, looks like. Can't tell who it is, but anyways, appreciate you coming by. Crazy man. Hi, crazy man. Well, I like crazy people. Most of them. Okay, come right along. See, we've already got a cylinder from here to here. I got another about 6 inches or so. And oh, Jason, you're from the South? Oh, Louisiana? I have a daughter that lives there. And her twin lives an hour away in Longview. I don't know if you're familiar with Longview, Texas. Maybe a little bit over an hour in Bossier, not Shreveport, but Bossier. So, yeah, I was there not till about in 2018. stopped in there and saw everybody. So yeah, spent some time in Louisiana. When I lived in Longview, Texas, if I needed to go to I'm a vet, so the hospital is in Shreveport, so I'd have to go there sometimes for special type of procedures, whatever, stuff you need when you get old like me. So. Well, you are from the South. I wouldn't have known that. I just guessed you were somewhere else closer to my son, which is that, excuse me, that's not that far away. Actually, I guess. I don't know whereabouts. In Louisiana, don't really matter, but I know where about you're in that state. Well, let's keep going with this. Pretty good. I got about 1.5 inches. Pretty consistent. Just using this little device to make sure I got a consistency on the thickness. Pretty darn close. Not bad for first go around. This one's not that hard. I always thought walnut would be a lot harder, and it is, but it's not as dense as that walnut. That walnut is a booger bear. So here we go. Let's get going. That's going to be pretty. Got a little bit more of a flat spot here I got to get out, but won't take but a second. Hey Jason, my son is sick. He has COVID according to the test that he took, so he's home in bed. He's doing pretty good. I talked to him for quite a long time last night, and he's good. He's like a bad cold, he said. It's not that bad, so just keep him in your prayers. I would appreciate that. So you might not see him make any videos because he's down for the count for a little while. So I'm hoping for the best, and a nice talk. He seemed to be in good spirits, not too bad, so hang in there, Kyle. I don't think you're running with me yet. He's probably still sleeping. I know he can't go to work, so until he gets released from the doctor. I think there's like a 14-day span or something. Who just chimed in on me here? I'm sorry if I can't see your name. Okay. Well, anyways, hi. You just joined me, and whoever you are, I try to say hi to everybody. I know people kind of chime in and chime out. Something Rex or Rex? T-Rex? 1967. I imagine that might be when you were born. Well, I'm a lot older than you. So I got a little bit more of a flat spot I got to get out, and then I'm going to start working on the handles and kind of carving it down and making this smaller. So this is going to be about 1 3/4 inches, which is about where we're at. Just a little bit thinner down here, but this is okay. Once I sand it, we can make it all very close to being perfect. All right, here we go. looks like we got it. Looks like we got her. So. Got to figure out how big I'm going to make my handles. Then I'm going to carve down there and make it thinner for the handles. I just going to have to figure that out. 'Cause I have pretty big hands. Obviously, my daughter does not have as big hands, but I want to make it where there's still plenty of rolling area. So I'm going to go probably in about 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches ought to do it. So here's how you do that. Make a mark so you know where you are. About right. A little bit bigger probably. Okay. Let's see who's all here. I try to stop a little bit, say hi to people that come on board. Crazy Beautiful Life. Well, hey there, Crazy Beautiful Life person. Great to have you. Who else is here? Did I miss anybody? I don't think Amanda's here with me. She probably had to go do something. Had to go make some okra. But oh man. Hey Jason, you guys get a lot of snow? Hey, we're supposed to get a bunch of snow. My daughter said, Mallory, I talked to her yesterday, and, or was it, no, it was Sunday, excuse me. Wait, yeah, yesterday, and, which was Sunday, that, apparently you're supposed to get a bunch of snow, and, they had to close their business down and whatnot, so. Crazy Beautiful, oh, and I see a face with the Crazy Beautiful Life. Well, it is. I think we all got a crazy, beautiful life. If you make it beautiful, and it can be a little crazy, but you got to be a little crazy to get through this world, I think, you know, so you don't take things so seriously. She in the southern part. You're down in, what is it? Let me think. Baton Rouge. Are you from Baton Rouge? You don't have to answer that if you don't want nobody to know. That's fine. But yeah, we're just talking about the weather mainly out here. I'm making a rolling pin, Crazy Beautiful Life person. It's for my daughter. This is walnut, beautiful wood. I just got it in the rough. I have not sanded it. It was basically 20 inches long and square. Now I got it whittled down to a cylinder. So I'm in Chandler, in Arizona. We know where that is. I'm in Phoenix, born and raised. Are you a desert rat too? You born here? Or I'm assuming Chandler, Arizona. Oh, hi Liz. Okay, very good. At least I have a name with the face. I can barely see your faces. I'm trying to, you know, stay in tune with you guys. But yeah, okay. You're a neighbor, a faraway neighbor at that, but a good distance away from where I'm at. I'm out. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Nice to have you aboard. You know, are you a friend of mine? I guess yeah, we're friends. Okay, it says friends. Okay. I'm sorry. I have, you know how it is. You don't know everybody. You don't see them a lot online and stuff like that. So I should get going here. I'm gonna carve out the handles now. I've got a mark. I don't know if you can see the pencil mark I have on here. Can you see that? Might not. With all the lettering, the letters are kind of in the way. I get. Excuse me. But I have a mark where I'm going to start carving that down. So, gets a little dusty in here. Beautiful, beautiful wood. All right, so hang loose, Liz, and apparently, you can't see. Oh no, you can't see it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a mark here, and from here down, I'm gonna start making the handle smaller, and so the rolling pin, this part where you roll the dough out, and whatnot, will be stay. This side, I'm just gonna sand it down and get it real baby butt smooth. I'm not gonna stain it. I'm not gonna do anything but put some mineral oil on it. That's all you can do. Otherwise, whatever you put on there as far as a finish, whether it be a stain or some kind of a high shine finish, it would be not good for food. So I'm sorry you can't see, but you'll eventually see me carving this down a little bit here. I'm sorry about that. And I'm not really good at this. This is only about my 5th live video that I've done, so this is all new to me. I'm not a real high-tech guy. Didn't grow up in the high-tech world, that's for sure. But, all right, let's just get going on this thing. I don't know if you can see this handle. You'll be able to see this one probably better when I carve this one out. But I got to make them match. So I'm going to take a width on that. Probably make it about 7/8 inch, I think is what I'm going to do. It's just over an inch right now of thickness. I'm going to knock that down just a little bit more. But it's just going to be able to, you're just going to be able to roll it with the palms of your hands. This way, this will be smaller, this will be bigger, so it'll actually roll the dough out real nicely. Whether or not my daughter will use it, I don't know, but she's going to have one from Dad, that's for sure. She knows about it, I already told her. She didn't know about the nut bowl that I made her. If you look at some of my other videos, I've told other people, you'll see my all one-piece nut bowl with the mallet I made. I made that for my daughter for her birthday back in September. So, anyways, I have 3 daughters. One lives here, the other 2 live out of state, Texas and Louisiana. So I'm going to carve this down just a little bit more. Then I'll knock this down a little bit smaller too. I don't want it to be too big. So. Well, Liz, it looks just like me and you. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what you've been writing, okay? Nice to meet you, first of all. No, I really can't see. I'm sorry. That's okay. Yeah, I have carved this down. I know the looks like the if you take and flip your finger that way, it takes all these conversations away. You might be able to see that, and then flip it back. You're just hanging out. Well, I appreciate it. Someone's got to hang out with me. I don't like being alone. Okay. Anyways, I'll take my glass off. I'm gonna make this just a little bit smaller. It's at about 1 inch now. It was over 1 inch. So I'm gonna knock it down to about 7/8. I hope. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take this down a little bit more. I'm doing this side so I can match this side, which is kind of tricky. You just do the best you can. So I'm going to do this side first, and then I'll work on this. Okay, I think I got that pretty well. Well, that's really cool. Well, thank you. Like I said, I don't think you can see this, but it's come all right. I'm going to carve this out a little bit later, but I'm going to now try to match this side to this side. Like I said, it's just going to be one of those rolling pins that you go like this, where this is obviously 1 3/4 inch. This is 1 inch down here. I left it at 1 inch as I got to go in with it, so that'll be all right. But I might make a stand for it too, where you can display it on the back of her countertop. I'll get another piece of walnut, make a real nice stand for it. It'll be displayed, or you can hang them up, put like a hook, and hang them up like so. I don't know what she wants to do with it. I'll have to find out. Either way, we'll make something for her. But, this is what I do. I make stuff. I'm retired, so I get to do anything I want, anytime I want. But have you ever done any woodworking, Liz? I don't think you're here anymore. I think you lost. I think I lost you, baby. I see when I move that chat. Oh, okay. Crazy. Okay, you back with me again? I think. I don't know how that works. guessing that someone's here. I think Liz would be the only one. Everybody else, somebody else just popped in. See who it is. Hi, whoever you are. Kristen Nicole. Obviously, is that two people or just one? Is that your middle name, Kristen Nicole? Nicole is one of my daughter's name. Love that. All right, I'm just going to keep going. I'm making a rolling pin. You just popped in. You don't know what's going on. For my daughter, it's walnut. Anything you use on food you can't stain. You can, but if you're going to have food in it, you have to just leave it natural with some mineral oil, and or you can use other oils. I know you can. So we have to make it safe. So if you roll it on food, you don't want it to make the food go bad or rancid or whatever it is. So I'm going to bring my tool rest down here. Maybe you'll be able to see the this. So I got to match this with this over here. So there it is. That's pretty good. Fits my hand pretty good. Like I said, I got big old hands, and I'm not a real big guy, but my hands are huge for someone my size. So here we go. We're gonna rip and roll, rock and roll. Four and a half. Good. That'll work. Keep going with it. Then after I get that carved out, I'm going to do a lot of sanding on it. So, you see what you must have answered me. No, but I think it's awesome. Yeah, it is, you know. I love woodworking, obviously. My dad was a carpenter. I was always building something as a kid. My neighbors were carpenters on both sides. I mean, they built those houses that we grew up in on 27th Avenue and Indian School. I'm sorry, Camelback, between Camelback and Indian School on 27th Avenue. All those houses in there, my dad helped build. We lived there for many years. And then the two guys my dad had worked with, they bought houses right next door to us on either side. So I was always around carpentry, you know. Even did it for a while myself later on. And I've had two different careers, you know, one for 20, one for 23. And before all that, I was in the Army for a few years, and then got out and started a new life, you know, so any different thing. Yeah. Well, Liz, you're still there. Kristen Nicole. Hi. I don't know where you're from, but are you getting any bad weather like Texas and all that? Anybody? So I know Arizona's pretty nice. Is that my daughter? Nikki just chimed in on me. Hey, Nikki Myers, that's my daughter that lives in Texas. Hi, sweetie. How's them boys? You tell Roy to make me a snowman. Send me a picture. I saw your picture on Facebook of the snow in your yard. Wow, you got a lot down there. But listen, I got to get going on this. I'm making a rolling pin for your sister Lacey, the one that lives here. And it's to match other stuff that I made her, and also I guess I'll be making you guys one too. Nikki, you want a rolling pin too? You say you never used one, or was it Mallory? I can't remember. I have twin girls, Nikki and Mal. So. Hey, love you. Okay, hi, sweetie. Is Roy there and Sonny? Her boys? Yeah, my grandsons. Yeah. Everybody say hi to my daughter, Nikki Myers. Give her a wave, give her a shout. You got I only got a couple people on here now. Well, I guess it's me, Liz, and Nikki, looks like. So I've had some other people pop in. They couldn't stay, apparently. Maybe they'll just pop in, pop out every once in a while. You know how they do. Because this is a process. This is not going to take long. Anyways, it's all walnut, solid piece. And Nikki, say hi back to the crazy, beautiful life. Her name is Liz. Anyways, I'll try to remember your name, Liz, okay? If I see you coming. This is the first time I've seen you in here. So, anyways, I'm going to make this handle over here like this one. That's my attempt, anyways. That's always a real joy, trying to make it look perfectly symmetrical. So here we go. Nikki. Hello, I said hello, honey. Hey, is Rory up and Sonny? Are they up, the boys? All right. Yeah. Like I said, tell Rory to make me a snowman. Send me a picture. I want a 9-foot snowman. Love seeing Arizona people. Yeah, I'm a desert rat. That's what I call myself, the old desert rat. Wood creations, and so I don't know. I'm sure you've heard that term before. If you haven't, I don't know why you haven't, but it's a term we've always told. Yeah, we're just Arizona desert rats, you know. So that's why I call myself the Arizona desert rat. Wood creations. I don't have a business. That's just what I call myself, and I give my stuff away typically. Somebody else just popped in here. Cheyenne, hi, how are you? I figured you had. Yeah, you're a desert rat too, then if you're from here. So just our nickname. Cheyenne, thank you for coming. Hope you, anyways, I gotta keep repeat myself because people pop in, they don't know what we're doing. So I'm making a rolling pin for my oldest daughter that lives here. I do have one daughter that lives here. Only one child actually that lives here. So this is walnut. I've already carved out. This is already the size I want it. Haven't sanded anything down. I just roughed it. Made one handle. About ready to make the other handle. So I'm going to get going on this thing. So hang loose. Getting there. Making a rolling pin. What are we making? Who is that? Negatron. Negatron. That's crazy. Some people got some crazy names on here. But oh yeah, get a little dusty in here. But oh, okay. You want one? Well, I don't know where you live, but I hate the ones with moving handles. This one's not going to be with moving handles. I think you're right because you don't have full control of them. I think you lose some kind of a maneuverability or something with it. Personally, I don't know what I'm talking about, to tell you the truth, because I never used one. But my mom sure did. She made biscuits all the time. But I can only imagine, you know. Mickey Myers, I gotta go. Kids are getting crazy. LOL. Have a good day. Okay. All right. Crazy. Okay, Mickey Myers. Okay. All right. Have a good day. LOL. Have a good day. Well, I will. But anyways, I'll just keep going. Negatron or something. His names are something else. All right, I'm going to keep going with it. I got a little bit more to take out of here on this handle. I don't know if you can see it now very well. I've got them trying to match them up. I use these little tools like this. This way I can tell the thickness this big one I'm using to measure this. The thickness of that, and this one's for the handles. It's a small one. These were my dad's. I don't know how old they are, probably 100 years old. Who knows? These little devices, they make them, but they don't make them like this anymore. I'll tell you that. Probably all plastic. But I've almost got it. This is going to be a little bit more take off right in here. And then I'm going to make sure this is the same as this one. I'm going to have to probably dig this out just a little bit more. I'm hitting some really hard grain right here. I'm going to have to use a different tool to carve that out so I don't mess it up. So, here we go. Just lost the lid to my water. Okay. Looks like we got the handles matching pretty well. I'm going to carve this out a little bit more right in here to make this match. Well, my daughter had to run for the hills because her boys are going crazy, my grandsons. So, anyway, a couple of you guys are still here, hanging in with me. I appreciate you. All right, as they say in Texas. But I'll keep going. I got to dig this out a little bit more. Right in here, I got to take it in. This is a little bit more straight. This is a little bit more, fatter. So I need to get that out of there. still there? Oh, I got a few people in there. How you doing? Not trying to ignore anybody. I'm just working. I think we got it. We got it all in the rough. Now it's time to sand this bad boy. Let me see who's all with me. People come and go. I think it's because I'm not pretty. I think I'm gorgeous. Anyways, how you all doing? Oh, Mal, my other daughter, Nikki's twin sister. Yippee! How you doing, baby? How much? I know you're not working today. How much? Did you all get some snow? Oh yeah, she's probably getting. Yeah, she works, so she can't do any watching of the old man here. But I find a lot of my people that are my followers, and I follow them back. Like at midnight, I'll be up, and there'll be like 500 some people that are active on this thing. And I'm going, maybe I should start carving at midnight. Maybe more people would watch, you know. But I'm just making a rolling pin. Somebody just left me. I don't know who it was, but have a good day too. Charlie Girl. Gee whiz. You ought to make these letters bigger. Charlie Girl. Well, hi, Charlie Girl. Thanks for coming by. Oh, they pop in, they pop out. You know, so anyway, I'm just making a rolling pin. I'm making a rolling pin for your daughter, Lacey. If you want one, Mal, let me know and tell me what you want it made out of. But that's what I'm doing. I just got to start sanding it now. It don't take long because I don't have to put any finish on this. It'll just be a mineral oil, which it'll preserve the wood, but it won't. To make it go rancid would be it cause your food to be put bad bacteria on your food. So I would love one. What do you for my new home? Yes. Tell me what you want it made once you get moved in and get settled. Let me know what you want it made out of. Just tell me and I'll make it. You know that. I'll send it to you. But Miranda? Hi, Miranda. How are you? Well, my goodness. So I'm not ready to sand it. It's not going to be anything that's too famous. I will have to, fancy rather. I'm going to put the wet back on so I can suck a lot of that dust off when I sand. So that's just kind of the way that goes. But and you'll see that in a second. But I'll start sanding down here. But I've got it. It's real rough, but we got the shape. That's the main thing. Move this out of the way. And so if you hear something loud, it's because I got the wet vac on to suck this right here. This is a little vacuum. I don't know if you can see it really well. And I'll start sanding. I want to show you what I'm going to do next, though. Not now, not today. I've already got something glued up. This is going to be a bowl. I came up with some kind of little gluing way to put these pieces together. But this is going to be the bottom. This is going to be the part that you carve out. That we're going to scoop it out. But inside there's going to be a little surprise. Once you get past this walnut and get into this laminated part, there's a little surprise inside. I wonder if you can guess what it is. Mallory, did you leave me? Shared the live video. Okay, you shared it with somebody. Anyways, that's what's going to be the next one I do live. So I'm not ready to sand this rolling pin. So what do you think is going to be inside? This is where I'm going to be able to hold it in place. I'm sorry, this is the bottom. Excuse me. This is the bottom. This will be the part I carved out for the bowl. I'm sorry. I got it all backwards here. Anyways, it's all ready to put on the lathe once I get to it. Starting with a 100 grit. They call it grit. That means how coarse it is to fine. I'm starting with a 100 grit. That ought to do it. That ought to get me down to a pretty good smooth. Then I start going finer grit until I get it baby butt smooth. Okay, that's what we do. So that's what I'm working on right now. Sounds cool. Okay. Cheyenne, what a pretty name. And Mal, you still with me? Okay, looks like a couple of people. I got 4 people. So then we got Cheyenne. We got. I guess I lost Liz. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to tell on there what's going on. I know it's big. The 3 Dukers. The 3 Dukers. You guys come up with some good names. I have to admit that. All right, let me get going sanding all this thing. But this vac really sucks in the dust. Gotta move my wet vac nozzle a little bit over this way. Well, looks like, oh yes you are, Mal, okay. I don't know, it says, let's see, Cheyenne, you're still with me? Thank you. I don't know where you live, but are you getting snow where you live? There's a lot of bad weather going around in the United States, that's for sure. I know my twin girls got snow. They live in Texas and then also Louisiana, so they've got a fair amount of snow. Let me move this thing around a little bit so I can suck it up the dust. Okay, I'm back. Back to the flash. Here we go. Oh, I'm pretty good. Oh, I'm pretty good. Well, thank you. I think that's a compliment when you remind somebody of your dad. I hope your dad's still around. I don't know how old you are, but I'm old. I'm getting up there, girl. I've got 5 kids. Been retired for 5 years. That ought to tell you something. Anyways, but Mallory's still here, I think it says. But Cheyenne, I love that name. I told you that, but I love it. You know. But thank you for coming, Mallory. Had just new join. Oh, you're in and out now. Well, that's okay. I know you taking care of that little guy. Mallory, did you get snow? I don't know if you answered me or not, because I probably missed it if you did. Well, Mallory, are you talking about the what's inside that bowl? Is that what you were guessing? Oh, I'm sorry, he passed away when you were 14. You know, I lost my mother when I was 14, so we definitely have that in common. I totally understand. And I'm 23 now. Yeah, I was 14 when my mother passed. Good grief, that's a sad time, isn't it? And yeah, but he was a funny, great, great funny guy. Well, good. I'm glad you have good, fond memories of your father. You know, you just got to hang on to those memories, and that'll get you through it. You know, it's a sad thing when you lose your parents. You know, and My mom was only 41. I don't know how old your dad was, but I guess I could figure that out with the numbers. But I'm not good with numbers. But somebody else came in here. Quadra, fantastic. You've been on here before, Miss whoever you are. Quadra fanatic. I think I got that right. If I'm not, I don't mean to butcher anybody's logo, but or handle, if you will. Uh, oh, somebody else is saying, "Hey, um, hey, how you doing? Glad to have you." Yeah, he was 40. Oh, he was 42, almost the same age as my mother. Good grief. Yeah, sad times, but we just have to move on, you know. And when we're kids, we don't understand a lot, you know. But I think when we were young, like when I was 14, you have a different perspective on age. So when someone does die, someone to you that's 14 seems pretty old, like 42. Oh, they're really old. Well, when we get to be 42, that's not the case at all. But I think it eases the pain for a child to accept maybe the death of a parent, thinking they're old. Well, to me, my mom was 41. Oh, she was, but her mother died at 50. The same thing, you know. Oh, you named your son after him. Wonderful. That's awesome. That's awesome that you carry on that name, that family name. My one daughter, her husband just lost his grandfather was very close to him, and they named their second boy after him, so that name was carried on. And that was I think that's a cool thing to you know name somebody after that as a memory and as something that you're proud of and you loved. You know, so congratulations, you did the right thing by naming your son after your father. That's wonderful. What a great thing! It's a nice little legacy to carry on that name. So, but yeah, I'm about ready to start doing a little more fine sanding on this. Right now, I've got it down to the nice shape. I think I got the handles pretty well, you know, the same, as they say. And anyway, I'm glad to have you guys come along. I don't know if my other daughter's here or not. Good connection. Okay, looks like I have two people. I guess both my daughters bailed out on me, but they got little guys too. So, and they're kind of locked in with all the snow out there where they live in East Texas and also the Shreveport, Bossier area. And basically, they got a lot of snow and ice from what I understand. So it's getting a little crazy out there. I know there was that bad wreck in Texas, man. That was horrible. 100-car pileup and 6 people were dead. To my last of my knowledge, and it's terrible. You have to be praying for those people. You know, but sad deal. You know, no matter what happened, that was just crazy. You know about that because I hit ice once, but I was going real slow, and it was you have no control. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, I agree. But only thing you do is pray for those families that lost loved ones, and pray for the people that are hurting right now that got really hurt bad, or they lost their jobs probably because of it. But you can't control the weather, and be raining, and one minute you're just in snow, next minute you're hitting ice, and once you hit that ice, you're at the mercy of momentum, especially in those 18 wheelers, man. It's crazy. But let me get to sanding some more on this. I used 100 grit. Now I'm going to go a little bit finer until, like I said, I get it baby butt smooth. And then I think I'll be able to probably work on and put some mineral oil on it, and you'll see it get nice and dark, and it'll really look pretty. When I do get done, I'll probably do a 1-minute video, and I'll show you a close look at it, so you can see the finished product. So be looking forward to a 1-minute video of mine, and so on and so forth. Oh, my daughter Lacey commented on something. Okay, but not here on Facebook. I'm getting all kind of notifications popping in. Okay, looks like we just got a couple people still. Okay, well that's 2 is better than none. At least I'm not here by myself. I guess my son hasn't chimed in. He must be still sleeping. My son's got COVID. And but he's doing okay. I talked to him last night. He's in the Dallas area, and he's young, healthy, don't smoke, don't drink, don't do any of that bad stuff, and he's doing well. He just sounds like he got a bad cold, so uh, hold him up in your prayers. I appreciate that for my boy. Yeah, his name is Kyle. All right, let me get some sandpaper a little bit smoother, and we're gonna get this baby butt smooth. I'm gonna do a 400 grit. It's probably backwards. I believe it is. And then I'll use an 800, and that should do it. So we just went. I try to keep it simple: 100, 400, 800. And the numbers, the bigger the number, the finer it is. Kind of crazy. It doesn't seem like it would work that way, but that's how they work it. So you can see that. That's what I'll be doing. Like I said, use 100 and. So if you're ever into this kind of sanding stuff, that's all I'm doing. And it'll be baby butt smooth when I get done. So, okay, here we go. We're going to use the 400. Getting smooth. It's getting there. It's leaving some scratches. Even the grain goes this way, and then you're sanding this way, you're going across the grain, and it's leaving some marks in there, but I'll see if I can get that out. Well, Bree, what you doing there, lady? Welcome. Glad to see you. You finally woke up, did you? Just kidding. I'm an early bird. I've been up since probably 4:30 Arizona time, and just the way it is. But my sleep pattern is weird. I'm in Kentucky, Missouri, KC, Missouri. Oh, awesome. Welcome. Um, that was just terrible. Yeah. We were talking about that pile up in Texas, me and Cheyenne, how terrible that was. You know, it's a sad deal at any time, no matter what. Bad weather creates bad things sometimes, you know. It's terrible. But Bree, how do I order those pins with you? I don't know how to do that. I think you got a website. I did just wake up. Oh, you did? Well, I was just joking with you. Huh. I haven't been feeling good. Oh, you know, maybe you weren't here when I said my son has COVID. He's doing okay. My son Kyle, you know who he is, and he's doing good. He's just like a bad cold. He said he'd rather have this than flu. And I said, well, there's no more flu now because of the COVID. You know, I say that lightly, but anyways, yeah, he's doing okay. That's why he probably hasn't posted many videos. I guess I don't know. Sometimes I don't see all of this stuff, but yeah, he's just in bed and hanging out and can't go to work, so he's hanging out with his dogs and his cats. He's got 3 dogs and 2 cats. He's had those 2 cats forever. Oh, he told you? Good. Okay, I'm glad he's doing good. Yeah, he's doing good. We do the FaceTime thing or whatever you call it. I have Google Duo. I don't know what that is, but same difference, I guess. So we talk like that. He looks good, good spirits. He'll be fine. You know, he's healthy. He don't smoke. He don't drink. So he takes care of himself, and he's not like a lot of people. They just get out there and do crazy things when they're young. But he's a pretty good boy. He's got a level head on his old body. Yeah, 31 years old. He's accomplished quite a bit, actually. You know, Air Force 8 years and all that. So, and you were in the Navy, Bree. Also, how long were you in the Navy? I think you told me the Navy. But I'm keeping up, trying to keep tab with everybody. Oh, Lizzie, you're still here with me, Bree. There's one other person. I don't see. I can't see it. Definitely. He definitely is a great guy. Yeah, he is. He's a goofball. I don't know where he gets that from. But anyways, sometimes it's good not to grow up, huh? Too fast, anyway. Somebody, I can't see. Quadrifan. I'm sorry. I trying to see it. It's kind of hard for me. But you were in the Navy for 3 years. Awesome. Thank you for your service. I got hurt. Oh my goodness, and was medically retired. Well, at least you're okay. You can still do things. Shoot, yeah, everybody, you can get hurt. Somebody else chiming in on me. Hi there. We the people. Obviously, we the people can do it. Okay, we the people can do it. All right, thank you for joining in. Just making a rolling pin. I don't know if you know about that. All right, this is all walnut. I'm trying to fill people in. That's what I'm doing is they come in without being rude and not just ignoring everybody. I don't like to do that. I don't have that many people here anyway, so it's easy to do. Or you guys can converse with one another and keep, while I'm working, you can fill the other person in if they pop in. I appreciate that. So I'm sanding it, but I'm getting the wood grain is this way, and when you spin it, it makes marks on it, and I've never had that happen. I'm just hoping when I put the oil on it, it don't show up. So I'm gonna hope this next sandpaper will take that out because it's real. You can't see it yourself. I know you can't. It's too fine. But there's little small little marks from the sandpaper. And I'm using a very small grit. And so now I'm going to go down to 800 now. Maybe it'll come out. I'm going to see how that goes. So I'm going to turn the wet vac on. I might have to go back to 100 and get some of that out. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to crank it. And names. Okay. And names. What does the and names mean? Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I understand now. My kid wants some food, so I gotta head off. Great. Well, you give that little one a hug for me. I like kids. I got a bunch of grandkids, and they're always over here working with me. I have my 4-year-old grand twins on here with the lathe with me, and we have a ball, you know. So I try to spend as much time with them as I can. I love it. What a great thing for them to remember after I'm gone. So, and I'm sure they will because they love my garage. They like coming out here, and so. But take care of yourself. Oh, Chevy. Okay, farewell. Okay, well, if I missed you guys, I thanks for popping in, Cheyenne. I appreciate that. And we the people join Cheyenne. Okay, farewell. Okay, you be good. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to try this sandpaper. Hopefully these marks on here will come out. So let's hope for the best. I hope. Okay, that's pretty beyond me. but it is a math term involving terms include. Okay, formulas, second degree. Now, I'm not a numbers guy, math guy. Forget it. I can read a ruler and a yardstick and a tape measure, and I can count and I can divide and so. Anyways, like algebra, forget it. I flunked it, but I finally did get through it and pass. But it took a while. I'm not good at it, so you must have a gift for math. I'm glad someone does because I don't. We the people can do it. Yeah, just joined in, obviously. So I got a few people there. I got two. I got Bree. Bree, did you ever tell me how I'm going to order those pins from you? How do I go about doing that? I don't know if you maybe saw my. Because I really like to have a couple. And I'm going to ask you another question if you're still there. I guess you are. Can you put some like writing on the side on the pen or anything like that? I don't know what all you can do on those things, but I've seen your work. It's beautiful. You all check out Bree's little 1 minute videos. She does some great work. Beautiful stuff. Very talented. But I still got those little marks in there. I'm going to put some oil on it now and see if it'll come out. I'm going to do that. It'll bring this wood to life too. So I'll get this out of the way right now. Oil that. This is just cutting board oil. That's what they use for cutting board, raw wood. Okay, I'll get back with you on that. I'll leave you a little personal message. We can communicate back and forth on that when I get a chance. So that's pretty cool. Okay, that answers my question. Then I got to find out how to order one from you. I don't know if you have a website or anything like that. I had it right here. What do I do with it? There it is. Good old socks. Cut them up, make little rags for this sort of thing. So let's just put some oil on it. See what we got. Voila. Check that out. What do you think? Isn't that awesome? Now, that's just mineral oil is all that really is. Well, that turned out pretty good. I still see the little scratch marks in it. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I thought I'd put some oil on it, see if it'll come out. But even then, it's not bad. It's the nature of the beast, I guess. I went as fine as I can with that sandpaper. But like I said, tomorrow, probably maybe later on today, I'll do a 1 minute video and I can put it up real close so y'all can see it. Yeah, you know, you don't have one yet. It's in the works though. Awesome. Very good. Very good. You know how to do that? Make a website? I would imagine it's kind of easy by now. Everybody knows how to do that stuff except me, of course. I don't have a website. People ask me, do you have a website for your stuff? No. I never end up keeping it long enough because somebody will like it, or I'll have a gift. I give it to them as a gift, or I make them specially for a gift, you know. But put a lot of oil on that. Let's get some oil on that bad boy. That's pretty though. I don't know if you can see it very well. You can, I guess you all know how to swipe those conversation out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing, you know. I think I'm probably going to call that pretty much good. And then I gotta, yeah, my daughter's already chimed out. There's just two of you still here. Thanks for sticking around. Bree, I'm glad you're okay. How's that baby? Huh? How's that beautiful little person that you have? Give her a hug for me, you old desert rat. But I tell you, grandkids, especially them little girls, oh man, they wrap me around their finger. My oldest granddaughter is 21 or 22, 21, 21. She still got me wrapped, you know. I mean, I've given her 3 guitars and a mandolin out of my guitar collection. I think I only have 17 guitars left and a banjo. But I gave her first guitar. And I gave her a 12-string guitar. And I gave her another 6-string guitar. And then I gave her a mandolin, which is an 8-string little instrument. You'll probably maybe know that. When I bought the mandolin, my hands were too big for it, so I gave it to her. Well, what do you think? Can you see that? Very good. It looks awesome. Somebody said that. Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you. She's good. She's crazy. Oh, those kids! I see things with kids all the time on here, and it really just makes you happy to see little kids, you know. Does me anyway. And so yeah, gotta blow my nose away from the camera. Well, I think I'm gonna let this set up a little bit, and I'll put another coat on it later. But like I said, that's all I can put on the wood, so you can use it on food. My hands are all oily now. My daughter loves the guitar. Oh yeah? Do you play, Bree? Do you play the guitar? My daughter loves the guitar and drums. You know, I wanted to be a drummer, but when I was a kid, but you know, we didn't have the money for anything like that. You know, for drums and stuff like that. That's what I wanted to be, a drummer. I thought so because, you know, back in the day, the Beatles set the stage for all these bands back in the day when they came out in the mid 60s, and then all the other bands, everybody wanted to be a musician. That's why a lot of us at my age play because of the Beatles, you know. You play a little bit, relearning how to play. Good, keep it up. My son Kyle finally, when he got out of the Air Force, he stopped by, came down from Washington, down to Arizona, and then to Texas. And he goes, Dad, I think I want to learn how to play the guitar. So I gave him a guitar and a case and a tuner, I think, and some guitar picks and stuff. I said, well, you're not going to be here for me to show you, so you're on your own. So he gets on YouTube, and he's doing pretty good. He's learning some chords, you know. But out of 5 kids, he's the only one that's taken on an instrument. Other than my twins, they play flute and clarinet. But when it comes to guitar, you know, they grew up around guitars, and I had drums, and I had a piano, and I just had it there. If they wanted it, there it is. But I'm not going to throw it and shove it down their throat. It's either they have the desire or they don't. Well, he was definitely a late bloomer on the guitar, but he's doing okay. I wish he was here if I could show him a little bit more. Yep, I made my guitar pick. My daughter Mallory sent me a nifty little doodad that you put the plastic in it and you snap it. It's like a little hole punch, but it makes guitar picks. And yes, I made him a guitar pick. And I like to use a bigger guitar pick, but those are just a regular traditional size. But either way, pick is a pick, you know, if you get used to whatever you get used to. But yeah, I made him a couple guitar picks. That's the one he's always got stuck in his mouth. I said, you better be careful with that. You could swallow that thing like his Uncle Rick did. His Uncle Rick swallowed a guitar pick when he was laying on the phone and it swallowed. Almost choked him to death, you know. But gotta be careful with those things. But yeah, I gave him a guitar, a vintage guitar, a very good sounding vintage guitar. I My one guitar I've had for 49 years. Can you believe that? Crazy. Shows you how old I am. So I still got it too. And the one I gave him is another Yamaha FT300, which are most collectible. Out of all the Yamaha acoustics, those are the most collectible. And they only made them for like 3 years because it was a copycat of a Gibson Hummingbird. And I think they were sued over the deal because they were a low-end guitar, but they sounded great and played great, looked good. They looked kind of like the Hummingbird of a Gibson, which is an awesome guitar. And that's what I really wanted, but I couldn't afford that. So when I was in the Army, I just bought the Yamaha. I didn't even know Yamaha made instruments back then. I thought they just made motorcycles. And I go in the music store in Clarksville, Tennessee. I was stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and I saw that guitar. I picked it up and I go, oh my God, this sounds great. So I bought it, you know. And back in those days, we weren't making much money a month. I was just an E4, that's all I was, you know, a specialist for in the Army. And I bought that guitar, still got it. My favorite guitar, you know. Sounds great to this day. Yeah, I know Yamaha makes they make a lot of things, but at the time, this was back in '72. I bought that guitar, and I didn't know they made anything but motorcycles. They make pianos, of course. They got they got all kinds of sound system. They make their names on everything, so it doesn't surprise me if I see Yamaha. But when I picked up that guitar and we had a Yamaha guitar, really, who knew? Turned out to be a pretty darn good guitar, you know. I'll show it to you sometime. Yeah, the one he has, just like it, instruments. But I thought they only made instruments. No, of course they make motorcycles. I thought they only made. But yeah, great sounding old guitars. Been my buddy for a long time. But well, I probably should be cutting this thing down. It's about lunchtime, isn't it? Oh, it's only 10:30, 10:25 my time, Arizona time. I don't even know when I started this thing. Who knows? I should have kept track of it, but I'll make a 1 minute video of this a little bit closer. I'll take it off and I'll show it to you and blah blah blah. It makes like that. But it's turned out okay. I think my daughter will be okay with this. Like I said, I'm gonna make probably a stand for it too, whether she wants it or not. But yeah, crazy. But 1972 is a long time ago. I was still in the Army. I went in '70 and got out in '73 because that was the 3 year hitch back in those days. You had 3 years active, 3 years inactive reserve. So it's a 6 year commitment totally. So, but I probably should close this thing down. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. Appreciate you dropping in, the people that popped in, popped out, you know. Uh, so, so on and so forth. I appreciate it there again, and God bless America. God bless all of you. And Bree, you tell that little lady hi for me. If you're still, up there. Yeah, you popped in, I think. But yeah, there's all kinds of people. I'm about ready to go. Sorry, you catch me at the tail end of this thing. I just made a rolling pin. I put some mineral. The ones that are just popping in right now. Um, Let me get my eyes on so I can see who joined me just now. So something Grace. Is it Sophie Grace? Okay. Oh, she started giggling when he said, "Hey, yeah, tell her you said I said hi. I hope she did. Tell her to be nice to her mommy." uh, Anyways, great. Well, listen, I'm gonna cut her down, you guys, and I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll make a 1 minute video later on, and so you can see the thing a little bit closer. But there it is. Voila. Turned out pretty good. Knocked it out, no time. It was pretty easy. This is, like I said, I still have some hairline scratches, but I'm not going to worry about that so much. I know they have a certain way to do it with a drill, and I'll have to figure out that later on. But I'm just still learning, too. So she said hi. Oh, okay. She said hi and started to get, oh yeah, tell her hi, give her a hug for me. And love them little kiddos. It's so pretty, great job. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry you just popped in. You're catching me at the very end of it, but this is a rolling pin I'm making my daughter, and it's all a walnut solid piece. Because everything I've made my daughter in Phoenix here is from walnut. So she likes dark wood, so got to make them dark and match everything else she has. So this will go along with her nut bowl that I made her and the mallet I made her. And so pretty cool. I made only one other one out of some uh, olive wood. Who knew how pretty that stuff is? It was gorgeous. Uh, Made it one and gave it away. Yeah, it's dark wood. Yeah, you did a great job. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But you know what? While you're here, cause I think you just popped in. Apparently, I'll show you what I'll be making. I think I showed you already, Bree. But this is going to be my next video, or I mean live rather. I've got it all glued up, ready to go on the lathe. This will be the bottom, and this will be the part where I carve in. Once I take this off and put it on the chuck, then this goes on like this, and it expands out and tightens up on here, so I can carve this out and and this will mount onto the motor end. So long story short, it's all glued up, ready to go for my next live, whenever that might be. Maybe tomorrow or next, whatever. I just do them randomly. But there it is. It's kind of, and there's a little surprise inside. So when I carve this out to make and scoop this thing out, with this off obviously, there's a little surprise inside. Can anybody guess what might be in there? Voila. No, it's not Jimmy Hoffa. He's got cement shoes somewhere probably. But anyways, I hope you got that joke. Anybody knows who Jimmy Hoffa is? Thank you. Well, shoot. Oh, finally see a little picture. Sophie Grace, is that right? Well, thank you for joining. I'm sorry I'm going to cut her down. I keep saying that, but I keep seeing new people pop in. I don't want to ignore them like they don't mean nothing to me, but I appreciate all of you. Yeah, it's going to be pretty. I'm going to make, like I said, I'll make a stand for it. I'm just going to do it. Even my daughter's not sure what she wants. I'm going to do it anyway because I think it'll look really cool. And if she don't want to sit out on her counter, she can just put it away. And it's nice to have a little set, but I want to make it out of walnut also. Nice little pretty stand, and it'll display really nice on her counter. She might like it after a while. Get used to it being out there. So, well, listen, I am going to go, and every time I do this, I can never remember what to do, but I'll figure it out. So, God bless you all. God bless that little one of yours, Bree, and the other lady that had a child. She said she had a little one. And my daughters, they're not here now. They had to pop in and pop out. They got kids too. They got to, you know how it is with kids. You got to, they run the rule. They run the roost, as they say in the house sometimes. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Bree. And I'll get with you on those pins, okay? I don't know how I'm going to pay you, but don't worry. My money's good, or check, or whatever you want. I don't care how it works. But, or you know where I live, sort of. Okay, God bless y'all. God bless you, America, and have a great day, okay? I'll talk to you later. I'm supposed to wait, my son says. Oh, goodbye. I'll see you later.